Hello and welcome to Rockdale Community Forum. I am your host, CJ Lester, and today I am excited to have with us Miss Tuwanda Smith. Hey, how are you doing today?
Good. How about you? Thank
I am
you.
doing great. Thank you for accepting to come on the show with us today and ask a couple questions, get to know you a little bit better.
All right. Thank you for the.
Uh, yes, so tell us a little bit about yourself, why you feel you're the best candidate for Post 1 Commissioner of Rockdale, and any experiences you have in the county and how long you've been.
um, like he said, my name is Tuwanya Smith, and I am the best candidate for Commissioner Post One because I possess a diverse skill set. Um, what makes me an exceptional candidate is the fact that I have a combination of leadership and experience with problem solving, communication abilities, and I have an educational background that supports me being able to be a public servant for the county.
Uh, And how long you been in the county and resident?
I have been here for about 12 years. 12
Okay.
years, and I came from DeKalb County. We came to Rockdale County because of the schools. We had our children. We have three children,
Okay.
and they were about to go to middle school and high school.
Mm.
So we decided that we wanted to search different counties to see what was the best, had the best educational system at that time, and it happened to be Rockdale. So we
Mm.
moved. We kept our home there, but we moved and bought a home here in Rockdale County for the school system.
Okay. And that's what I hear a lot, that when people come to decide what county they're moving in, it's the school system. And
Absolutely.
now that it's kind of failing, that's why it's important to know who your school board is. So that's why this election is so important as well. And
It
our
really is.
first question is: many times the BOC has ignored the Planning Commission recommendations. What would you do differently about that?
Actually, I would consider what they say.
Right?
Put if they're there in place, that we trusted them to be there,
Mm-hmm.
and we trust their judgment and actually consider what they say. A lot of times,
Mm-hmm.
the constituents are allowed a lot of time to present their concerns to the planning commission, and they actually listen. So they get to
Mm-hmm.
everybody gets to get it out.
Right.
Why I don't want this or why I do want this. So I would definitely collaborate with them and actually come to their meetings and sit on and see what the people have to say
Hmm.
about whatever they're trying to bring to the county.
Right. And I think that's very important too.
Mhm.
Citizens have asked for many years to fix the infrastructure. What are your plans to tackle this?
Well, the infrastructure is very, very important. I think we need to, one of the first steps is to do a moratorium on the building. Okay, we can
True.
stop right there.
Yes. I was going to
And
ask you
assess,
that.
yes, and assess if our infrastructure can actually handle it. And I know
Mm-hmm.
there are different pockets of areas where things are fine, and that's
Right.
great. And then there
Right.
are other pockets of areas when things aren't good. So I think we should
Mm-hmm.
concentrate on those areas because those areas matter. Those citizens there matter.
Right.
Having the infrastructure sound all over Rockdale definitely
Mm-hmm.
affects everyone, and we should just consider that when we're doing building and allowing things like that to come to the county.
Right. And I think the main part of the section that we're actually talking about is right there in the 138 area and how it's so
Hmm.
congested. And I think we need to stop building. And I like that they're building the roadways and trying to make it easier for people. But we'll find out when they're built if it actually works.
Right. That's the
Yeah.
thing about it. We have to find. It's
Mm-hmm.
like it's going to be after the fact, but
Right.
hopefully, fingers crossed, that they actually did their due diligence in making sure that this was a great plan for
Mm-hmm.
everyone and it works out.
Right. And let's see here. Many in this community believe that the $140 million budget for the administration courthouse complex isn't enough to complete the project. Is there a major overrun of how you will handle this and uh, maybe adjust it some way or save us on their taxes somehow? I don't know how that would work, but what's your
I
thoughts
don't
on
know
that?
how that would work either. But if unfortunately, our taxes are, it's no limit to how much if the current people are still there, they can take it up to or
Right.
to pay for that. So
Mm-hmm.
we're in a bad position as citizens right now, actually, because we have no control and we don't have anybody that I think who cares about the impact that their higher taxes is going to put on us. But
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely get in, and whatever I can do, I definitely can do. If we have to trim some fat somewhere, I don't know where it would be, without knowing,
Right.
everything. But I would definitely do what I could do to trim that
And
and make sure that,
one of the things Janice is thinking bringing on, she did bring on, but they didn't complete it, was an ethics board. Would you be in favor of an ethics board?
ethics board, yes. Well, and the thing about ethics boards and bringing on changing things is if you have the right people in place, a
Right.
lot of things are necessary. If people know how to act or
Mm-hmm.
behave themselves, you probably wouldn't have to have police. But if we have a board that people trust and are making the decisions that are best for the community, we won't have to have it. But if we do have to have it, yes, I'm in favor of it because we don't have those particular people in place to
Mm-hmm.
run our county at the best, to have the best interests of our county. Yes.
Right. And either if it's county elected, like a paid physician, or either people from the community where it's volunteered. So either way would work.
Right.
But what's
Yes.
your position on the apartments and townhomes being built here in Rockdale? Is there too many? And I guess that's part of the stop building, I guess.
Yes, it is. I am definitely, I don't want anybody to think that I'm not for growth in the county, because I
Right.
am for growth in the county, but I am actually more concerned with responsible growth. With
Mm-hmm.
that, I mean, making sure we check our infrastructure, making sure, listening to the constituents of all these townhomes that are being built. I think if we had considered more of the constituents and the people in the communities where these townhomes are, I don't think they would be there. We wouldn't
Right.
have a problem, opening your back door and you see townhomes in the back, out your kitchen window.
Mm-hmm.
Um, being built, and nobody's considering the infrastructure or the impact it's going to have on the schools or even the demographic that's moving here to move into those. And
Right.
can people actually afford to be there? Are we just
Exactly.
building?
Right. That's
So
what
yeah.
was. They just built some up where I live, and the rent. I think it's rent because it says leasing $2,500 a month.
That's a lot of money.
So I mean, how is like somebody like me who's single? They would have to work two or three jobs just to pay the rent.
Right. And so
So
is that quality of life for you?
right,
You can
exactly.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so would you? Let's see. What would your top priority be when you take office, or what is your number one priority?
Let's see. It's hard to say what would be the
There are many issues, I
top priority,
know.
because there are so many things going on
Right.
here in Rockdale County.
Yes.
So it just depends on where we are, with the community. But one of the top priorities is actually just talking to the people. I want to know
Mm-hmm.
what the perception is and what you need to have done that was not done before. How
Right.
we can work together. What do you expect from me? How the community and I can work together to make it a better Rockdale County. That will be my first thing. Let me hear from you. Let me know what you need, what your desires are, what you're expecting, what your expectations are from me, and then
Mm-hmm.
go from there. Because there's some
Yeah.
things we probably don't know about that needs to be addressed right now.
Right. Because I think we feel that this board is not like they're saying they're paying attention to us, but on the other end, they're by their actions or they act on the board while we can see them on live, it's like they don't really care.
Right.
So that's a number one thing. And then, would you support a 5 commissioner person board?
That is it goes back
That's
to
another
my,
issue here.
it goes
Yeah.
back to my belief. If you
Mm-hmm.
have the right people in the position and
Mm-hmm.
doing the right thing, it's not a need for it. It's like, just do
Right.
your job and do your job well. Do what is expected of
Mm-hmm.
you. Nothing more, definitely nothing less. Just do what you're
Right.
expected to do and be the voice for the people. If the people want the commission, I think it should be put for the people. Do you
That's
want to
true.
have a 5-person commission board? And if they say yes, then that's fine. As far as dividing it into sections and people just working for that particular section, I think in my mind, it kind of causes us to a little division. I want to work with all of Rockdale County. I want everybody to be, on the same page and work together. If it's 5, I just want all 5 to work together for my area, the other ladies' area, the other guys' area, just work for the good of Rockdale County, not this particular set of people.
Area, right? And one last thing before we go, since you have service going on, um,
I'm
if
good.
if we have 3 women on the board, that would be record breaking and amazing, actually, to see how that would work. What's your feelings about that? How do you feel about that? Would you get along
I
with other women on the board as well?
Absolutely, yes. I think I would. I know I would.
Yeah,
I
right.
think, you know, it's all about not necessarily the sex or the gender, it's the
Right.
maturity level to me.
It is.
But because it would be 3 women, I think we definitely could. I think we can definitely turn Rockdale County around if it's 3 women.
Right.
And I am willing to work with anybody. If it's the current chairman we have, right, I know I could work with him. I could work with anyone to make a situation better, a bad situation better. We just have to, it may take a while, or it may take, pulling and screaming and scratching and fighting or whatever it had to take to get to where we need to be for the people. I'm definitely have no problem with doing that.
And if people want to get in contact with your campaign, how can they do that?
My website is Tuwanya for Rockdale. It's TUWANYA FORROCKDALE.
It took me a minute to get that.
Okay. Tuwanya for Rockdale. Yes.
Yeah. And are you still accepting volunteers for your campaign as well?
We are still accepting volunteers, and we are definitely soliciting votes.
Okay, true.
Need your votes. Yeah, definitely.
And then,
yep.
Let's see. When is it starts Monday. Let's see. Let's pull that up here. Early voting starts April 29th through May 17th at the Board of Elections on 1115 West Avenue, Conyers, Georgia. So get out there and vote and make your voices heard. And we want to make for a safer Rockdale. So any closing comments as we get off here?
Yeah. Overall, my platform emphasizes responsible and responsive leadership, economic development with the focus on inclusivity, and a commitment to transparency. And I would definitely bring integrity back to this position.
Yes.
Voting for me will definitely be a vote for integrity. Transparency, I will operate an open door policy. I want to talk to you. I want to talk to the citizens. I'm in the community already. I'm not just a new person. You just met me because I just became public. But I've always been working in the community. I serve as a mentor with the Rockdale County school system. So I'm busy, and this is my second year. It's not my first year. It's not my election year doing this. So, and I've also been with the chamber since I've been here in Rockdale County for about 11 years. And I'm an ambassador with the chamber. I also won Ambassador of the Year. I think it was my first year. So I've already been connecting with businesses, working into community, finding out what their needs are and making sure those are addressed. I am also.
What is the top one right now for the businesses, if I may ask, that you have gotten from the business? The top number one issue with them.
You know what? It's actually community support. The thing about it is a lot of things. Yes, a lot of that is community support. They're here, but it's like they don't have the marketing per se to get out to the community, that people know that they're here. They do the best they can with the budget that they have, and I truly understand it. Being a business owner, it is very,
me and
very
you need
hard.
to get in contact and give me those names, and I'll make that happen. So.
Yes, very important, and I definitely understand. And it's hard to get the ball running. And you're coming to a community that sometimes they're coming from other communities, other and they don't know. So I
Right.
know our current administration says shop the rock, but they
Right.
shop the rock.
They don't do that
So
either. Mhm.
especially when you're spending what is it, $78,000 outside of the county, Rockdale County.
That
So,
too.
but me as a commissioner, I would definitely, yes, sure that um, the county is able to support those businesses as well. Me just being an entrepreneur, and I know the struggle, I would definitely try to create some plans and some programs that will help support, just get the word out.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. We're losing her a bit. Let's give her time to get that signal back. Give us 1 second here. Sorry about that. Let's see if she signs back on for us. But while she's gone, I don't want y'all to forget we have the clerk of courts, Janice Morris, coming on later tonight. I want you to be here for that. That'll be at 6:30 here in just a little while. So be sure to come back here for that. Hopefully, Tuwanda will sign back on here in just a second. Yeah, she's on her way back. So give us 1 second while we get this coming back on. So come back here at 6:30 for her as well. All right, here we go. Back on. There we go. No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
Definitely, I apologize for that. I don't know what happened, but definitely, make sure that we have programs that encourage everybody to shop the rock, so we can support these small businesses that are here in Rockdale County.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I like that as well because I love this community and I love the people here. That's why I created this because I know we have a bunch of great people that has great questions that get involved. So I'm glad you're running, and I will consider you my vote, one of my votes. So
Thank you.
again, tell people about your website again. So because there's a couple more people that came on. So go ahead.
Okay, the website is Tuwanya for Rockdale. It's TUWANYAFORROCKDALE.com. Tuwanya for Rockdale.com.
All right, and all
Mm-hmm.
right. I appreciate you coming on, and if you have anything else, we're gonna sign off.
Okay, yep. And my
Yeah.
platform is Growth, Action, and Results.
Okay, great.
But it's responsible growth, not just growth, but responsible
Right,
growth.
right. That's what we need here in Rockdale, especially.
Yes, sir.
So
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Appreciate you being on. And again, folks, remember to come back here at 6:30 for Janice Morris, and she'll be on with us for the clerk of courts. I appreciate y'all. Y'all come
All
back.
right. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all have a good day.
You too. Thanks.